Metal Jesus here, and I'm back again with Josh, the Big JB.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Now, Josh is gonna tell us all about your first impressions of WildStar, right?
Yes, that's right. WildStar by NCSoft, developed by Carbine Studios, brand new MMO that just came out. Really excited to check it out. It takes place on its own world. It has its own lore. It isn't follow-up to anything out there, and it's really exciting. Animation style looks fantastic. When they released the trailer for it, I was like, okay, I've got to keep watching, keep my eye on this.
Yeah, you were telling me this game is hilarious and you're just dying to play it. So,
oh yeah,
I'm curious. Let's take a look.
I can't wait.
WildStar takes place around the planet Nexus, once home to an ancient race called the Elden. The Elden were a technologically advanced race that suddenly disappeared, and both of the game's factions, the Exiles and the Dominion, are trying to claim it for their own. The Exiles want it because they don't have a home, thanks to the Dominion running them off the homeworld. Following a dispute, of course, the Dominion want it because the Kashyans, basically humans, claim to be descended from the Elden. The Exiles are made up of humans, the nature-loving Orin, Granick, the rock people, and Mordish, basically space zombies. The Dominion are made up of Kashyans. These are the humans who claim to be descended from the Elden. The Draken, Chua, and Mikari. Each group has their perceptions and reasons for doing things, and it's up to you to decide what you want to play. NCSoft put out City of Heroes, which had a lot of flexibility in personalizing your character, and is pretty incredible here in WildStar as well. So for my own character, I went with an exile human, I went with a spell slinger, kind of like an arcane cowboy, and I decided to go with the explorer path, and I'll explain more about paths in a little bit. So first, let's customize it. You have the ability to copy and paste a code from your design into the game and update the character to make it look like what you want. Bam! There's me in the game of WildStar. During beta, what I did was I designed the character to look like me. I went in there and customized everything. I saved the code, put it in Notepad on my desktop, copied and pasted it when it was launch day, and here we have it, the Big JB in WildStar. You can do that with any character design. As you're flipping through, if you find, hey, I really like this, copy and paste the code to a notepad, and then the next time you're coming in to do character creation, just plop it in there. So here's a female Granick, the rock people. You can choose your skin color, which is different for each race. And one of my favorite choices, though, is body type. I'm going to go check it out here. You can go from anywhere to the thin little wastrel looking thin wisp of a person to something a little bit more buxom, all the way to, damn girl, you got a badonkadonk. So customizing can get pretty ridiculous. Just to show off, I did this guy, and he starts out looking, you know, pretty weak and flimsy, but I thought, you know, I wonder just how ridiculous we can make this. Ooh, look at this guy with the furrowed eyebrows and everything. So I go through a few more of these faces just to see what I can find out, see what I think looks good. And so I decided to try to make him as ridiculous as I possibly could. But as it goes along, you can see that it just gets worse and worse and worse. And some people I've seen walking around have these characters that have just gigantically spaced eyes, you know, like wall eyes. And then some people walk around, they've got their face completely pinched. This is what it looks like everything is kind of in the center of their face, but then he's got these huge honking nose. In the end, I ended up calling this guy Grumpy Bill. Looks like a prospector to me. I'm not playing this character, but I thought it was pretty hilarious. Finally, there are times when every character must go. And when you do this, it feels serious. Here your guy is sobbing, and then you disintegrate him in fire. What can I say? Gladys would be proud. Another thing I really like about WildStar is that it takes it out of the realm of MMOs where you're just standing and slashing and button mashing. You actually have to move around. There is what they call active combat. And you'll see here in some of these videos that I'm moving around. My character's moving around, and every once in a while when I'm using a power or an ability, you can see sort of a shape in front of me that tells you where the ability is going to go, and you can kind of line up who you're going to hit. You can line up what kind of target you want, how many people you want to incorporate in the blast. Sometimes that's really handy if you're just trying to get one thing knocked down, but there's 3 of them standing. Maybe you just want to target that one thing and knock it out. Now, I hadn't heard of telegraphing before. I mean, obviously, people talk about, I'm sure that people talk about in MMOs how a bad guy or a boss is telegraphing what he's going to do. But in this sense, you really are getting to see what it looks like before the enemy is attacking you, and that provides the mechanic for active combat. Those of you who are PvP fans will certainly appreciate that because it works with your opponents as well. You can see where they're going to land, where their attack's going to hit. Sometimes you have to stand still in order for an action to go off, so you get to have the nice little advantage of seeing where it is and planning your action accordingly. Something else that gives you active combat is dashing, the dash ability. How many of you have played Street Fighter 2 or some other game like that and you double tap toward or double tap away from your enemy and you're dashing away from or toward them? Well, it kind of works the same way in WildStar, except it works with any direction. Honestly, from the minute I saw the trailer for WildStar, I was like, okay, this is a game I'm going to follow. This is something that I want to check out. I loved the idea. I loved the animation style, the humor that was present in the trailer, and I thought if anything that is in this trailer makes it into the game, this is going to be a really fun game. And thankfully, I have not been disappointed. The graphics in the game are absolutely beautiful. You can be running over a hill and you'll see a gigantic robot trapped in the distance. You can stand at the top of a building and look at a moon that's just incredible in front of you. Okay, finally, let me get to paths. Paths are an addition to your character. It's not a class. It's not exactly a profession. It's a path. It's a path that you can choose. You can choose to be a soldier, a settler, a scientist, or an explorer. Each path grants you with different things. The Explorer, as I mentioned before, is all about exploring, all about finding new things. Path quests are tracked in your log, just like any other quest, and you get the progression as you go, and you can see how you're doing with each one of those. In the world as you experience it, there will be special things for your path specifically. For example, you might see a robot with an icon for the Explorers Guild next to it that tells you you can do something with this as an explorer. So let's talk about questing. The whole point of questing is to level up, and what could be more rewarding when you level up than something like this?
Oh, shit! You leveled up! Way to go, Cupcake!
I mean, how cool is that? You're friggin' glowing, and the announcer is, like, practically singing your praises. No wonder we don't want to stop playing these games. 2 words for you: double jump. We've all wanted to double jump. Some of us have even tried to double jump. Go ahead, go try it in your yard. You look like a moron. Okay, now this feature here makes a huge difference in the game. It doesn't require an add-on. You get quest arrows. Don't know where you're going? Click on one of the objects in your quest log and it'll show you arrows to where you need to go to get that quest done. That to me is a game changer. How about character involvement? We've already talked about your paths and how what you do seems to have an impact. What about a cutscene that shows your character after a crash? So I mentioned challenges earlier. They're these little things that pop up while you're questing usually. You can, kill something and all of a sudden you get to hear, and the challenge is off and running. So you've got to run around and kill things, and it tells you how many you have to kill in the amount of time in this case. Sometimes it's something as silly as tipping cows over. Yes, that really is a challenge. So I'm going to go around and take down the things that I need to take down. And here at the end of it, I'm going to kill this last thing, and the challenge is complete. And now I get to choose loot rewards. The loot rewards give you, it depends on what kind of challenge it is, but usually you have a few different things that you can choose from. You select one and it kind of does this slot machine sort of rolling, and then it lands on whatever your final quest item is. Sometimes it's something great like food or a potion, in this case like a medical shot, or a bag, which is what I choose. So here I am messing around with one of the costumes that I got. Costuming is a great thing that they introduced in the game. It's similar for you WoW players. It's really similar to transmogrification. Those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, it's nothing like Calvin and Hobbes transmogrification. You get to alter your costume, and you do it with costume pieces which have no value. It's a little bit like modding in the Old Republic, but you go to a costumer and you tell the customer what you want to wear. What about housing? We haven't talked about housing. You get your own house in the game. You get your own plot of land. You can plant trees on it and harvest to your heart's content. In this case, I'm using the radial laser saw. So there's Nexus, my friends. Get out there, Cupcake, and make it your own. It really feels like you're on the frontier, and that's one of the things I absolutely love about this game, is it feels like you're on the frontier doing stuff, exploring, discovering. It just feels so awesome to do that while you're playing. We're only a month away from launch, and Carbine is already hitting us with brand new content. That's incredible. They're gonna have their Strain event, which is like this viral Strain thing. Go check out their video trailers and stuff on it. It's hard to explain, but essentially part of the world is zergified, and that's what you end up with. And they've got costumes related to it, vehicles, mount customizing, all kinds of stuff that is based on this theme. It's only been a month, people, and they're already hitting us with new content. If that's the kind of planning that they're doing for this game, if that's their intention, is to keep things new and fresh and running, my gosh, we're going to have lots and lots to do and enjoy the heck out of this game for a long, long time.
So those are my first impressions of WildStar. Really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to doing another video later to tell you if I'm still enjoying it just as much as I did while I was playing through that. So
that's the thing about MMOs, right? They're constantly changing, and so there's really not, there's no way to do like one review.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So first, like my first day's experience is not the same as even yesterday's experience with it. So I'm excited to be able to say whether or not I like it. It has the right feel of something that I'm going to be coming back to.
Well, and that company, I mean, they've done a ton of great MMOs.
Yeah, their history. I mean, they have long-standing reliability for doing some pretty awesome MMOs. So
cool.
Hey, you know, I'm curious to know, what is the craziest thing you've ever experienced in an MMO? Everybody plays different ones. I really want to know what's the craziest thing that you've experienced. Comment below so we can find out.
Yeah, I'd love to know too, because I don't have a lot of experience, but you hear about all the stuff, right?
Oh yeah, like weddings happening.
Yeah,
and,
killing Lord British in Ultima Online. You know?
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So let us know. It can be from the mundane to the wacky, whatever is the craziest thing you've ever experienced in an MMO. That would be awesome.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thanks for doing that. We're going to see more of you very soon. I want to thank you guys for watching my channel, and thank you for subscribing. Take care.
Laters.